The takeover of Alabama by the Communist Chinese is real. It's firm evidence that they have infiltrated Alabama by using manufacturing and labor to pinpoint and look at it. It even says welcome to China. Alabama is owned by China.
Why would the Chinese come to Alabama? A cheaper dollar for starters, more predictable wages, lower energy costs, faster delivery to U.S. customers, and the biggest benefit of all, no import tariffs.
Just about 2 days ago, mystery boom was heard over here. We identified the boom. We found out it was military here, which they say they were drilling. But there was also, I told you about helicopters reportedly coming in. Well, it was supposed to be military drills, but they're like terrorizing the freaking citizens over here, having people all scared and nervous. I had found another video that was the day of them actually coming here, and helicopters landing, pow, 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 shots being fired over there, people running scared, kids screaming.
Oh shit! Thanks. Oh.
These guys come over, and then they just start searching some of the guys in the neighborhood, and they're like these militarized police, basically.
Just
Militarized police.
I don't know what's going on. Y'all just swear down like we did something. I don't mind coming back. You got ID? Do you have ID on you?
So basically, they just come over on this part. Basically, they just come over, checking them, saying we just seeing if somebody was wanted for murder or something like that. But all of y'all good after coming over here and checking them and stuff like that. Like that, some weird stuff. They had like a weird reasoning to come and just like mess with these people who were not doing anything. They just had got off of work. I seen the full video. I watched it all. It was on Facebook, and it's the same people in the neighborhood, which most of the time all the people over there, my people know, and we talk to them. So, but here's the even bigger thing. We got the news saying that yeah, it was just a drill. We didn't know it was gonna be that loud. Yeah, right. We got an Air Force base right over there at Keesler. They could have trained there, but yet they want to come over here and train, which was like, it's not what they're saying it is. So we're gonna get deeper into some other stuff here today. Had a very, very good subscriber send me some info. We were talking, and this is a long time subscriber, probably sent me some of the best info I'll ever get. And we were talking about Huntsville, Alabama. Remember on Dave Hodges' show a couple days ago, he was talking about this, and a lot of people had a military, ex-military person wanted me to speak on this. So let's go ahead and lay it out there, because we got firm evidence of what's going on in Alabama and about the whole situation, them territorially taking over. So first of all, I want to get to the info that the subscriber sent to me. Let's give you that first. So here it is. She says, Steven, I just watched your video concerning Huntsville, Alabama in 2014. I was in Tucson, Arizona. We were homeless. At the time, we were staying at a truck stop parking lot. One day, a Chinese man pulled up next to us. It was a newer car. It was rented. We learned that this Chinese man would get up in the morning and take off, but return in the evening. He slept in the truck of his rental car throughout the back seat, took pictures one night, left his lights on, drained his battery. He asked us for a jump. We asked him why. He was in Tucson, and he said he was on a vacation. He was from China. There is many military bases in Tucson. In the Air Force base real close to his truck stop. He took all sorts of pictures at the end of the month. He left, flew back to China. A few months later, we spotted a Chinese military truck with fuel tankers. It was sitting on a flatbed trailer. The license plates were not on the trailer. A company out of Kentucky was hauling it. you have to ask yourself, as we did, where did it come from and why was it there? I sent pictures to Dave Hodges but never got a response back. Also, we met retired military general, Air Force, Marine, both who paid a lot of money to come out of retirement because of something they were preparing for from the Mexican border. They had a worry it was IS in Mississippi that they were preparing to invade. My BF learned some things about O and his military. They were at high alert. It was very tense there. So I feel this ties in with Chinese Huntsville. So please keep your eyes on it open and search for anything of this threat. My mother lives in the Mobile area, and I'm very concerned for her family too. God bless you, Stephen. So here's what's happening in Alabama. There's a Chinese takeover where they're taking over, of course, schools, a lot of manufacturing. They even have the nerve to call it China, Alabama. Welcome to China, and you're in the middle of Alabama. Like, what the, like, now this is a big potential threat. The top generals should be talking to their, troops about this, all of them, because, I mean, if anything was to happen with China, they basically have everybody out there set up, to go. And she sent some photos as well. So I'm gonna throw these little photos up of when she was reportedly seeing this happen. And that was in 2014 when she seen it happen. We're now sitting here in 2018. So China and Alabama is like fully taken over.
They have to face a 11% uplift in tariff if the product is shipped from China, or 26% if the product is shipped from the Mexico factory.
And now that it has the Alabama factory,
Zero.
that saves how much money?
In Golden Dragon case, it could be $30 million a year.
4 Chinese companies now operate in the state. It's a trend Alabama Governor Bentley used to his advantage when he entered office back in 2011. He vowed not to take a paycheck until Alabama returned to full employment.
And it looked like some Simpsons blood-sucking parasite, man. I mean, this was in 2014 when they was talking about this. So that governor completely sold out the industry and let the takeover happen. And this little globalist dude coming up next was ready. Oh, it's a global economy. It's global economy. And they're just so happy about it.
What's happening in Alabama is starting to happen across America. Chinese companies invested a record $14 billion in the U.S. last year. They now employ 70,000 Americans on U.S. soil. That's up from 10,000 in 2007.
We're in a global economy, whether we want to be or don't want to be.
By the Chinese military. So they would like to infiltrate. It's not that we'll be infiltrated, it's that we're already infiltrated. And if the military really understands what's happening and they look and see what's happening, they should really be targeting this as a potential threat, because if things does happen, you got them already setting up camp in the city, right? They're already set up to go. So the big deal, the people probably ask, like, what's the big deal about it? What's the big deal? The big deal is if a war moment was to break out and you say those drills was happening and you got military people in town, those same people that say it's drills, their drills could be different. Let's say they want to drill and they start shooting people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole difference. And that's the big difference. So like I said, this is potential threats. So I'm just laying it out there and letting you know. Of course, you're in the Alabama area. As far as myself in Mississippi, I already knew that we was going to be targeted anyway, because we got Air Force Base here in Biloxi, and we got another one right down in Gulfport. So lots of military people in and out. A lot of transferring of production in and out. but they have not taken over the industry here in Mississippi. But we do have a small part on this side back here called Point Cadet, where there is a lot of areas like Chinatown or whatever like that. And look, we're not targeting just saying like, oh, you're Chinese and stuff like that. We're not just saying that. We're not just saying like, oh, we don't like you because of that. We're saying that these globalist people, this globalist little, I don't know what he looks like, some lizard reptile. If you've seen the video here, look at this guy. He looked like some type of lizard reptile. Total globalist comes in, and he even says we have a global economy. You know what I'm saying? So these are total globalists who comes in the city, freaking agrees to these deals, signs off the wealth, and then brings in the industry of the Chinese or whoever they want to bring in, and like kicks the Americans like they're just nothing, you know, just kicking them to the curb. So that's the information that I've been presented with and that you needed to know. So if you're in the Alabama area, Mississippi area, all these areas, you should be alerted to that. You should know what's going on. And if they're putting boots on the ground like that, then obviously if our military is not outnumbering them, then it's going to be up to people to interact with outnumbering them. And we're just talking real serious scenarios right here. We're talking strategic scenarios before the scenarios break out, because there also should be a strategic game plan to combat this, which there probably isn't. And if there is, of course we won't know about it, but you know, I'm just saying that it should be. If I was a general in the military, I'd be strategically set up and ready to organize. But like she said, they was on high alert in 2014 about the situation. Like I said, we're now sitting here in 2018. So it's a full-blown takeover in Alabama by China and their military. You get the people come in, of course the military comes in as well. It's just like when we got troops over in North Korea. You got Americans over there, the troops are over there, right? They're all over there. This deal with North Korea, I'm still looking at that like, you know, just China and them shaking hands. Well, not China, but North Korea and South shaking hands. To me, it seems like it's a big tie-in to get ready to prepare for a big situation. Why wouldn't Kim Jong-un be smart enough to join in with the South? You know what I'm saying? Because if everything does break out, he got some protection there. And we know that North and China, North Korea and China, are good in hand. Globalist. Who was meeting with China behind Trump back? Obama. Like right after the Trump came, talked to China, you got Obama coming. So who knows what he was talking about to China. And then all of a sudden you get the secret meetings with Kim Jong-un in China. And then all this happens. Come on now, let's just be logical here. Let's be logical. Seeing deeper than just it's peace. It's more to it than that. Way more. It's a deeper rabbit hole to climb down. And everything that we're discussing right here really aligns up with what's major and what we need to know. So it is confirmed globalist Chinese takeover in Alabama. Still trying to confirm more here in Mississippi. But like I said, I could tell you firsthand that there is not like a super takeover. We got more Indians here, from people from India, than we have you know, Chinese or whatever. We got a couple on that side, but these are not like military Chinese. So Stephen Jackson and that's their pieces. That's their chess pieces. You got to think about it. That's their chess pieces for when war starts, when they use the Chinese military in America. Got to understand that fact. It's not about targeting a specific type of person. It's about what the specific person is used for. Steven Jackson, JWTV. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, click the bell. Be back for more.